Hello, my name's Forrest Gump. Would you like a chocolate?
Hey, welcome to the Tom Hanks movie bracket, Bracketology breakdown, episode 5, the Sweet 16 special edition or regular edition. We're only doing one edition.
It's special though because the results came out only a few hours ago, and so it's special.
You know what's special about it is people might watch it.
I wouldn't count on that, but maybe. Would not count on that.
You know what? I concluded this a long time ago. I don't do things for people that watch them or people that listen to them. I do them for me.
Yeah, no, I've had a lot of fun, and we're going to continue with this. So we obviously had the results come out about 6.5 hours ago from the 32 that we had, of the 32 films we had remaining. Now we're down to Sweet 16, like you mentioned.
Yep.
I think you and I texted a little bit about it. Mostly everything that we expected, I think, but still some frustrating results. That doesn't mean I'm frustrated by some of them.
I think that overall the conversation where it gets interesting is going to be talking about what happens moving forward.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
So let's real quickly kind of go through what happened, share some frustrations if there are some there or some surprises, and then move forward to what we think is going to happen in the Sweet 16.
Okay. So right now we're in the big league region, upper left. I mean, the only one that I think we were even thinking that might go a different way was Toy Story 4 versus Bridge of Spies.
Yeah.
And I know you don't like Toy Story 4. I'm okay with this result, even though I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm okay with it. I'm not mad.
So here's this big one with 75% of the votes. So that's a pretty strong showing.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that it was the weakest number one showing, though. So that's going to be something to watch. Oh, no, sorry. Green Mile, only 74.4% of the votes against from Turner and Hooch.
So basically the same thing. However, I would say that the Turner and Hooch, we're going to get down there in a minute, is a worse competitor than Polar Express.
I agree. Yeah.
So that's interesting to see.
So big moving on, no surprise there. That Toy Story 4 Bridge of Spies one that you mentioned, yeah, that one was 67.8% of the votes. So it wasn't actually as close as I thought it was going to be. I thought if Toy Story 4 won, it was going to be like in the 50s.
Yeah, that's true. But do you think? I mean, big now up against Toy Story 4. I'm thinking we know what'll happen there, but all the Toy Story movies right now are on like a power trip.
There's 200 people that are voting for this. 50 of these people have only seen Pixar movies. So
Cars lost though. Different bracket.
All 50 of those people voted for Cars. Okay. So that's going to be the catch.
Okay.
I was extremely sad about Bridge of Spies because I saw it recently and I really enjoyed it again. And I've already talked about my disdain for Toy Story 4 enough.
Yeah, you have.
So if this was any other Toy Story, I probably would have been okay with it. Even Toy Story 2, I'd been like, oh, what? Oh, well.
Interesting.
But
do we want to come back and talk about each matchup in the Sweet 16 or do that now?
Yeah. No, let's come back.
Okay, so I think we're good with everything else. I mean, obviously, I'm sad to see Money Pit go. Jacob Davis, shout out to him. He had that as his dark horse. We discussed last time that was not going to happen. It was not going to.
No, that wasn't. League of Their Own won by 88%.
Wow.
Forrest Gump won by 97%, which isn't a surprise because a lot of people were down on its seating.
Yeah.
That was actually the highest winning percentage of any movie.
It is a strong 4 seed with an asterisk. Did I say that word right? I'm not even sure.
Well, hey,
But the reason it's got an asterisk is because it should be a 1 or 2 seed. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it.
I can understand that, but I think the path that it's had to take has been just as easy, if not easier, than some of the 2 seeds.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah. Let's
it'll be-
scroll down. I'm going to scroll down to the next region. We'll come back and talk about those 4 movies up against each other.
we got the Apollo story.
Apollo story.
Apollo 13 did its job against Inferno, 96% of the votes. Thank you, everyone, for recognizing that.
Yeah. Which is your favorite Tom Hanks movie? Am I right? Am I accurate in saying that Apollo 13 is your favorite Tom Hanks movie?
Okay, so let's not go too deep in this.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
But
can you give an answer, yes or no? It sounds like you can't.
Apollo 13, so just recently I put together my top 100 movies of all time with a friend of mine, Stephen Curro, our podcast.
Not important.
Apollo 13, we did rank higher than Castaway. Yes.
We did, so you did not.
Well, no, I did even in my individual rankings.
Mm.
I did even in my individual rankings. However, even in these moments while we're doing this, I'm struggling with that.
Okay.
So,
all right, well, Apollo 13 did its job. We understood that. I think we both had Sleepless in Seattle beating Sully, even though I know you like Sully a lot.
I mean, I voted for Sully.
Interesting. I voted for Sleepless in Seattle. I had that one winning.
I mean, I'm going to say this again. Sleepless in
Seattle. Wrong
Seattle
again, but it's fine.
Votes based on nostalgia. Because when was the last time you saw that movie?
A couple years ago with my wife.
A couple years ago. You're like actually on top of it.
Yeah, I just watched Sully for the first time. So
I'm guessing some people haven't seen Sleepless Seattle in like 5, 6, 10 years. You know?
Well, and that goes back to what we've said. I strongly encourage people to go back and watch some of these movies. I started Road to Perdition tonight. I'll be finishing that probably tonight late. I'm going to watch The Burbs again because that actually leads into our next matchup. This one breaks my heart. This one breaks my heart.
Hey, you know what?
And I really like Road to Perdition, by the way.
This was a classic 4-6 matchup.
Yeah.
You know, you think to March Madness, classic 4-6 matchup. You like both of them. You know, you think, man, the 6th seed, they should have been ranked higher, but then come to conclusion, maybe that's just where they landed.
Yeah. I don't remember what we said about the Burbs. I know we both love it, but are we surprised that the Burbs didn't win against Road to Perdition? I wouldn't say Road to Perdition is a strong 4 seed.
No, because I think a lot of people haven't seen the Burbs.
Nah, that's probably true.
If I could name a movie that's from the 32 movies,
yeah,
the Burbs is probably, if I could pick like 4 or 5 that I think nobody has seen or a group of people haven't seen, the Burbs would be in it, even though it's ranked so high.
The Burbs is so good.
I talk to a lot of people that are like, what's the Burbs? And I'm like, what's your life?
Well, just so you know, Burbs and Road to Perdition are both on Netflix. So people, go watch them.
Burbs?
I think so.
I don't think that was on your list of movies you showed us.
Ooh, is it not? Am I speaking?
You literally lied to people.
You're right. It was not. The Money Pit was.
But Road to Perdition is, so still watch that.
And Burbs, I'm sure you can find somewhere. It's a great one. So, Toy Story. What was the percentage on Toy Story? What was the percentage on Road to Perdition?
Road to Perdition was 56%.
Whoa. So that was really close for sure.
By the way, Toy Story was 93%, not actually as high as I thought it would be against Larry Crown.
That's true. That's true.
So maybe I'm going to have to see the old Crown.
It's a good one, but no. But it's
a good one?
It's good, but it's not like, you know.
You're happy with the 8th seed ranking still?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Do we need to see the first round?
No, we
I'm going to leave this over here.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Green Mile, Turner, and Hooch. Actually closer than I thought, 74%.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I had somebody tell me today that Green Mile is easily the weakest 1 seed and does not deserve to be a 1 or 2 seed. So that's how some people feel.
I mean, I don't know what it's like to be a blind person. So I don't know how the movie would be if I was blind.
Has Tom Hanks ever played a blind person?
It could.
He could. Yeah. Think about Out of Sight. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, I don't want to think about that right now.
Or how about, if Tom Hanks would have played the Saint instead of Val Kilmer, think about how much better that film would have been.
Okay. Let's refocus here. Okay.
All right. Beautiful Day. Catch Me If You Can. What were the percentages there? I was pretty interested about that one.
56%.
So that's pretty.
This was the second closest matchup of the round.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I got my nose that's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to watch this. Who cares? It happened the way I wanted it to happen, though. Catch Me If You Can is better.
And I think, I reassessed, I think last episode or one of the episodes we talked about this, and I would vote on, I think I voted on Beautiful Day if I'm being honest, but I think if I'd go back, I would vote on Catch Me If You Can. So you swayed me.
Here's something interesting. I was kind of thinking about it. If Beautiful Day won, I didn't see it beating Green Mile. I'm like, nah, I don't see that happening. I could see Catch Me If You Can beating Green Mile.
Catch Me If You Can is going to beat Green Mile.
I could see. Well, let's talk about that. Let's finish this up real quick. Then we'll talk.
Cars lost.
Yeah. What the percentage was, but just in case you wanted to know, it was still only 62%.
What was the percentage on? We can skip that one. I think. What was this percentage on Toy Story 2 and Castaway? Because it should have been 80-20 at the most.
84%.
Okay, good. I am proud of the voters.
I am too.
Toy Story 2, the worst of them, and also it just not.
It deserved to be gone.
Okay. This was another person told me today that Philadelphia should have been a 1 or 2 seed because he won an Oscar for that film. Philadelphia out.
I respect the thought, but they only got 8% of the vote. So,
but it went up against a powerhouse of Saving Private Ryan.
So, are you telling me that Saving Private Ryan versus
Toy Story 3?
Do you think that Saving Private Ryan is going to win 92% of the votes moving forward?
It will beat. I think the hardest matchup it has for the rest of this bracket, this region, is the current matchup it has.
So
the film that wins this matchup, Toy Story 3 and Saving Private Ryan, will win the region.
So what I'm saying is, if it should be a 2 or a 3 seed, then it should have the closest votes against Saving Private Ryan. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. What was the Toy Story 3 Saving Mr. Banks percentages, please?
Why does it matter about? Oh yeah, 51.5. This was 3 votes.
Wow. Oh yeah, we had 2. This is the region that had 2 matchups that were like 50%.
I'm sorry. This was not the 3 votes one. We're getting to that.
I know, but this region had 2 matchups that were basically 50-50.
Yes.
51-49.
51.5%. So I'm guessing that's like 6 votes.
That is amazing.
Which I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
Which can I ask what you voted for? I voted for.
I voted for Saving Mr. Banks. It's better.
I did too. Yeah, I did too. I remember talking about that. Okay. And then this is the one that's 3 votes. Terminal, You've Got Mail, and we both talked about what we thought was better last matchup.
No, this is not.
Oh no, it's that thing you do. That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
Terminal and You've Got Mail was 58%. Still pretty close, but You've Got Mail, boom, underdog.
Okay, but this region though, 3 of the matchups were super close.
Yes. And I believe, by the way, I'm seeing that Saving Private Ryan was the number 1 seed overall.
Or is it just going up against? Well, yeah, you're right. It might be. I think the problem with Philadelphia, though, is a lot of people have not seen it.
That's true. But based on the committee, I'm going, okay,
yeah,
we're getting a lot of upsets down here, and Saving Private Ryan is just steamrolling.
Because it's so good. I'm proud of Terminal. I went to bat for it last film that nobody watched, and I'm proud of it. It did good. It didn't go out. It went out swinging. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So
That Thing You Do, Captain Phillips, 3 votes.
votes.
3 votes.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Which to me shows that That Thing You Do was maybe a little more underrated.
Yeah.
But alas, it is gone.
It is one of the ones I will go back and watch as soon as I can find it, as soon as it appears on one of the streaming services. So
Use the app I told you about.
I know, I got it. Just watch. Okay. So now let's go back to the left side of the bracket and talk about each matchup going forward. You want to do that for a couple of minutes?
What's going to happen here?
Okay. I'll let you start. What are the 2 movies that are going to come out of these 2 matchups?
Okay, Big's going to come out of this matchup. I still feel very strongly about it. And I do believe that Forrest Gump is going to come out of this with, here's my prediction, the closest voted Sweet 16 matchup.
Yeah, I agreed. Well, I'd have to look at the other ones, but I think that's probably true.
That's my prediction.
This is the other movie that Tom Hanks won an Oscar for, I believe.
Hey, I'm watching it right now.
And he won Oscars, by the way, back-to-back years for Philadelphia and Forrest Gump. That's impressive. So,
of course it is, because he's the greatest.
I would agree. Big and Forrest Gump are going to go out. I'm sorry, League of Their Own. It's so.
I mean, I'm voting for League of Their Own because I like it better.
I know you are. I'm not, but I know you are.
That's fine.
That's not to down League of Their Own. Let's scroll down.
I will say this. I'm watching Forrest Gump. It's better than I remember.
Have you had any of these moments when you cry? Because you cry like that sometimes in movies.
I absolutely have cried at least twice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you imitate your crying in a movie for us all? Or just you and me, probably? That's it. That's it. Okay. He's got 3 boys, folks. Okay.
Apollo 13, Sleepless in Seattle. Apollo 13 wins this, but it will be surprisingly closer than people think.
My internet connection is unstable. Apollo 13 and Toy Story will win these. I think
Toy Story is actually going to be the biggest blowout.
Yes, it will. Can Sleepless in Seattle win? It can. It can win.
It would be a shocker, but it could.
It can. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about those matchups? I'm going to scroll right.
No. As my daughter told me, though, about Apollo 13, movies about space scare me. So I don't know exactly if people feel that same way or not.
Interesting.
Okay. Green Mile, Catch Me If You Can.
We started talking about that.
Slugfest.
Sounds like you're a huge Green Mile fan. And I am too, but I think Catch Me If You Can is going to win this one.
Both of these movies are in my top 50. I have to say top 51 because the Tom Hanks movie is actually number 51.
What's the movie that?
6 Tom Hanks movies in my top 51 movies of all time, and both are in there.
What's your 51st movie?
I can't remember exactly. It could be Catch Me If You Can.
Well, then Green Mile is what you're voting on.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Catch Me If You Can, I wouldn't be shocked if it won. It's that good.
What's your favorite line from Catch Me If You Can?
2 mice. No.
From Tom Hanks, you turd.
Oh, wow.
Knock, knock.
No. That's it. It's a laugh. Calls on Christmas Eve.
Sound like the Joker.
You got nobody to call.
Nobody to call. That's a good one. Okay, Castaway is going to win in a landslide. This actually, remember how you talked about in one of these? Let's see. You said Apollo 13 is going to win.
Oh, Toy Story. Toy Story, I said.
Toy Story over Road to Perdition. That's right. This actually, I think, is going to be the one. Castaway over to
You're right.
Those two are going to be the 2.
Ooh, it's going to be good.
And then we talked a little bit about this one. Saving Private Ryan's going to win the region. So that's all you need to know. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll say this. It will win with not 90% of the votes.
Okay. I'm going to say that
because those Toy Story people.
It's going to win with 77% of the vote.
Okay, that's even lower.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little scared about it, but I think it's going to do fine. You've Got Mail, however, is going to win with 83.
You've Got Mail is going to beat Captain Phillips.
Yeah, I think so.
But Captain Phillips just beat That Thing You Do.
Right, but You've Got Mail has Meg Ryan, and they love that stuff. The
Okay,
Meg Ryan Tom Hanks duo is like
Kelly,
something special in people's minds.
that thing you do, You've Got Mail. Who would have won?
You've Got Mail.
Wow, power. Power, I hope not.
You would have voted for That Thing You Do over You've Got Mail?
Yeah.
FOX. Wow, that was great. Best moment we've had in doing these. So
I hope people watch the show.
I know. We'll know because we might get a text from somebody about it. Just one person, most likely. Okay.
And actually, it doesn't matter, but we need to post this on Twitter too, because I feel like those kind of people are more likely to watch this video.
Yeah. I believe voting is going to end Thursday at 2 p.m. would be my guess. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it possible to do what we said?
That's our hope.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, if we can talk to Daniel and make it happen.
We're going to talk to the committee. We're hoping to have a bracket review show. Bracket
release party.
I can live with that.
Results release party. That's what it is.
Brackets results release party for the Elite Eight.
Yeah, we're gonna try to release the results on this here Zoom, whatever you want to call it.
Can you do something like? No, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Super excited about it.
I think that's a wrap. Appreciate everyone joining in.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on Thursday.